You're such an asshole.
Howdy all, the old captain here. If you have a question, you can go to assholeconsulting.com and send me your questions, send me your money, and I'll get a couple shekels. Asshole, I just medically retired during the active duty Army 3 weeks ago. My yearly military income is $50,000 tax-free, never married, no kids. My debts, I have a mortgage balance on a house I own in Louisiana with a monthly mortgage payment around $1,000. My house has been listed for sale for 9 months. Yeah, so that's too high of a price, obviously. I've owned the house for 6 years and have about $30,000 in equity. I also have a truck payment of $700. We'll get rid of the truck payment here. My assets, IRA, 41,000, 600 ounces of silver, 8 ounces of gold. You are set with the precious metals. You don't need any more. Arsenal of guns, a mountain of ammo, 2 years food storage, various supplies. I've planned this out for at least 3 years, and from a financial perspective, I'll never have to work again. I make $50,000 a year just to wake up in the morning. After debt service, I have $2,700 left over each month. I slowly came to the realization over the past 10 years that everything you say and enjoy the decline is happening and absolutely can't be stopped. I plan to enjoy my life, buy a house in the country, pursue my hobbies, travel, and just have fun. My question is, am I missing something? It can't be this easy. I've been busting my ass off for 22 years. I can finally just have fun and fuck off. Every single person I've talked to for the past 6 months literally can't process the fact that I'm not getting another job and I'm just going to enjoy my life and have fun. They all absolutely insist I get a job. They all say, you're too young to retire. Well, fuck them. That's because they have debts and they fucking didn't go to the military. They didn't risk their ass. And let's address this. When you are let out into the real world or amongst the commoners and the normies, they're dumb. They're average. They're stupid. Okay? Or they're average and stupid below. All right? And they swallow whole the sheep of bullshit and they go borrow a ton of money they can't afford to pay back. And that's what, and then they're like, honey, you gotta work like us. And that's crabs in the bucket. They just want you to be miserable like them. And then for, those of us, either me, like minimalists who just we're like, well, we don't have that much demand. We keep our expenses so low that we don't need that much money. And we're okay not having a ton of assets. We have our freedom. That's the benefit of being frugal and being a minimalist. You don't afford the fancy sports car. You don't get the nice food. You eat healthy food from the grocery store, and it's and then you get freedom. So that's just they're gel. That's literally what it is. I've also worked in corporate America for 9 years in financial sales. And as a customer service manager for a major cell phone carrier. I never liked dragging myself into work every day, but I did for 22 years. So pursuing another career would just be a pain in the ass to go back to the rat race to get another paycheck, which you don't need. So I asked, what's the opinion of my situation? I think I'm doing pretty fucking good, but a second opinion never hurts. Please do a YouTube video. I'd like to remain anonymous. Okay, well, let's go through. My question, am I missing something? No, this is, you had like a trifecta. You had three variables kind of affecting you here. One, you're a minimalist. Two, you don't have family or kids. And three, you joined the military. Now, of course, maybe four, you got medically discharged, so you get disability. But those four things, there's 320 million people in the country. Some of them are going to be like you. There's going to be that Venn diagram where you have all these variables, and yeah, you're pensioned off early. And you won the lottery, dude. You won. That sometimes good and lucky things happen to people. And fate happened to have it be you and some of your decision making along the way. So what you witness every day from other people and the commoners, slave away, debts that they can't afford, things like that, that may be what 95% of the population experiences, but not you. You get to experience, this is again where the benefits of minimalism pay off. But what you're also going to miss, and where I think your detractors are partially right, is that they say, well, yeah, you're going to have to get back to work. You can't just retire. But they're unknowingly right. And the reason why is that by this time you'd have kids and be raising them. All right? And you are genetically and psychologically programmed to be doing something, to have some kind of purpose and agency. And this is the big thing. This is what you're missing. You're not going to be able to sit still. You'll be cool for like a month or two, maybe even a year if you got that kind of psychological personality. But in the end, you're going to be, what the fuck do I do today? Like, you're going to be, this is boring, all right? And having absolutely nothing to do is a problem. So you're going to need to find something to do. Now, it could be a career. Maybe you could go out and get married and have kids, but it doesn't sound like you want to do that. And you could take up hobbies. That is the biggest problem that minimalists and people who have we may not have the money, but we have all the time in the world. And you got both. So, and even if you have money, you know, the money I get, I go and I spend it on travel and booze and hookers and blow. But in your case, yeah, you could go travel. You could, and I'll keep you occupied maybe for even 5 years. I mean, if you do a ton of traveling, but in the end, you're going to come back and say, "What the fuck am I going to do now?" So what I would that is the biggest problem. What I would be doing is looking at clubs, looking at maybe a part-time job or doing something you really enjoy. Maybe becoming a teacher. That's something I always thought. Of course, I'm too popular on the internet, and my political views are way too known. That I can't become. But something easy, something fun, something enjoyable, something where you wake up every morning and you have a place to go. Because invariably, the lack of agency will destroy you. It will destroy any man if you have no point and purpose in agency. It's just that through the military, today's technology, the ability to be minimalist, we don't have to be toiling in the fields until we're dead. So this is a relatively new experience, one that has not existed pretty much in the entire 2 million years of human evolution, genetics, and psychology. And so it's a problem. It's a great problem to have, but it's going to be one that's still a problem. You're going to wake up and say, "What the fuck do we do today? Like, where the fuck is everybody else?" So you know, and that's, I wish I had the solution aside from, you know, find clubs, go to meetups, stuff like that. That's the problem I face. Like, where it's like, okay, I've done my stuff, and there's still 12 hours to today. So, you know, what do you do? Anyway, so that's the thing that you're missing. It'll slowly creep in on you. It's not like you're going to wake up tomorrow like, I have no reason, what's going on? It's not going to be like that. You're like, this is great, this is awesome. And you're like, okay, what else? And then you'll be like, I guess I'll go to Mexico. I haven't been there. Oh, can anyone come with? Oh, no, you all got, I forgot. You guys got the debt and the kids. That's right. You guys can't come with. Never mind. So, anyway, best of luck to you. Toodles.